Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Ayodeji Muideen Badmus. You are welcome to another edition of Ped430 online lesson. This is our third lesson. And I hope you have been enjoying the one we've done before. So today we're going to discuss to ourselves, we're going to define curriculum, we're going to mention different type of curriculum and they are relevant to each other in the classroom. And we go to mention to ourselves the structure of national curriculum and is look like and how we can make use of it in the classroom. And we also explain to ourselves the responsibility of a good primary teacher in the class, and we also talk about the ways at which an effective teaching can be achieved. So let's go to the class and enjoy ourselves. You're welcome. Once again, welcome to this another edition of Ped430, and this is going to be our third class. I welcome you. Once again, my name is Dr. Ayodeji Muideen, and today we're going to discuss on curriculum. So we're going to define curriculum to ourselves. We're going to mention type of curriculum. We're going to give structural part of national curriculum, and we're going to identify multiple responsibility of an effective primary school teacher and analyze the learning strategy for effective teaching. Now, let us go on to the class and take it one after the other. What is curriculum? Curriculum are entire experiences a student have to acquire in the school, and they are all programs school have to give to a child before you could leave the school. Also, it is defined as compilation of programs of activities which have been prepared for a group of people or an individual. So these are the subjects, these are the courses, these are the experiences or knowledge skill that a student have to acquire before he's leaving the school is referred to as curriculum. Curriculum can be best described in two ways. We have as a course, the courses from which students choose what subject matter to study, and as a learning program. This is the discipline. If a student can find himself in the mechanical, in the medical doctor, in any field of study, they are also all referred to as curriculum. So you have so many types of curriculum. We have written curriculum. This written curriculum give basic lesson plan to be followed. The written one which available in the school or the school, they are available with the subject matters that teachers have access to arrange or plan their lesson for particular course or for a particular subject. They are well arranged structure in the way that it has the objective. We have a sequence of content and learning materials, and so many suggestions are there for teacher to prepare the lesson plan. So another one is operational curriculum. This one referred to as lesson plan. This is what to be taught in the class by the teacher and disseminated to the learner. These are daily activities or daily lessons that teacher have planned for in the classroom. The next one is non-curriculum. The non-curriculum, this is what teacher ignore deliberately or unknowingly, but might be relevant to the subject. So it contains all what is not taught. So there are some information that teacher deliberately do not talk about it in the class, but might necessary for people to know. So this is referred to as non-curriculum. We have extra-curriculum. The extracurriculum, they are the activities outside the class, but they are part of the school program. So, but not also included in the written curriculum. So, like sports activities, like school debate, like club in the school, that students find themselves, organized by the school to enhance teaching and learning and the student performance in the class. These are extra curriculum. The next one is formal curriculum. The formal curriculum, also known as official curriculum, which contain national aims, objective for education. Like in Nigeria, we have national objectives. objective of education, like education for all, equal rights, and other things, about 5 of them. So under this formal curriculum, that's breaking down of this formal curriculum, giving birth to written curriculum. So each country have their own national curriculum or formal curriculum. Then we still have hidden curriculum. The hidden curriculum, this is an unofficial curriculum. This type of curriculum is something referred to as the unofficial, and they are the curriculum that are not written, that are not part of the curriculum officially, but as well students engage themselves or teacher engage the students in doing it, like respect for elders, like greeting, like we have this. It also relates to the cultural background of the environment the school might find itself. So these are part of curriculum. So we have actual curriculum. The actual curriculum, this referred to as stakeholders in the school programs or in the education. We have like parents also, they have one or two things to say about what is going on, or about what is happening in the school, or what they expect from the teacher, or what they expect from the even state government to do. So all the stakeholders, like government, like PTA, like student themselves, like all the stakeholders, they also are part of the curriculum in the implementation or in the development. So, and then not only the stakeholders, the curriculum in use can be also referred to, and the learning material can be considered. All these are also part of actual curriculum. The next one, we have the syllabus. Syllabus is the broken down of written curriculum. You know, we mentioned about written curriculum the other time, which give details about what to be taught in the class. So the breaking down of this written curriculum is syllabus. So this is a plan that states exactly what students at a school or college should learn in a particular subject within a particular year. Unlike the lesson plan is for daily activities, while the syllabus is for a particular years, a particular period of time. Like we have all these 6334, 93 that we are 934 you are using in Nigeria. For syllabus now is breaking down to this year of study in within a particular year. The next one is the spiral curriculum. The spiral curriculum, there are something that happen times after time. So it is kind of curriculum in which content are recurrent and gradually develop with level of difficulty. If at all there is a program ongoing and there is problem with it, it may be difficult, they can still go back to the board and think about it, and they restructure it and work on it at times goes on. So that there will not be problem when the curriculum is implemented. So that's about the type of curriculum. Then let's talk about the implication of curriculum to learning materials. So curriculum implication to learning materials, why learning materials are very important in the developing or implementing curriculum. So number one, learning material profile easy selection of content. So selection of content, then it provides general overview of range of people's previous experience and knowledge. Then it summarizes the content in which the design product will be used. Then it provides a map for curricular integration. Then it provides a common ground for the producer and the stakeholders. So that's the stakeholder, the teacher, peoples, and the government to interact. Then it widens the creative scope of the learning materials designer. So before we go on, let's do these class activities in 1 minute. Why will you consider learning materials as relevant to curriculum implementation? Thank you. Let us go back to the class. Now, let's talk about teaching and teaching effectiveness. What is teaching? Teaching is what we know as an activities, is a work where a person that have acquired skill, have acquired knowledge, and willingly to impart it to somebody that needed the skill. So then those people in charge are referred to as teacher. So teaching is the knowledge, belief, attitude, and especially the behavior and skill teachers employ in their work with learners. So there are so many ways at which we can refer to as teaching. Some are saying teaching is the imparting knowledge into the learners. So what about effectiveness? Effectiveness is the capability or ability to achieve a desired goal or a desired result. So it's the capability of producing a desired result or ability to produce desired output. So if we say what is teaching effectiveness now, I think we'll be able to bring a good definition from it. So that is ability to bring out good results from education or to teach in a desired result. So that is that. Now, what are the things that can make us a good teacher and to have effective in our teaching? There are some particular keywords that we need to take into consideration. So the first one is teacher personality. As a teacher, we need to consider ourselves relating to the mastery of the subject matter. We need to master the subject matter, and we should be able to have the knowledge before going to the class and be able to teach very well. Then we should be able to know instructional methods at any point in time in the classroom, what particular method that we can use to disseminate the learning, the instruction. And then we should be able to consider the relevant instruction materials that can aid our teaching, that can make our work more effective and efficient for better understanding of the subject matter. And the next one is the evaluation. At a particular time in the class, it might be before the teaching, during the teaching, and after the teaching, we should be able to evaluate our students so as to know whether what we are saying, they are getting it or not. So evaluation is very, very important. Then the last one is student characteristics. Student characteristics is very important. If we cannot at any time understand the level of students' understanding or their well-being in the class, there's no way the teaching effectiveness can be achieved. So we need to see all these things in the classroom and have effectiveness in the teaching. Now, what are the responsibilities of an effective primary school teacher? So, one, a good primary school teacher should have a good foundation knowledge of both the core and elective subjects in the curriculum, which is very important because in the primary school, the teacher responsible for all the subjects. Now, another one is to be able to develop scheme of work and lesson plan in line with the recommended curriculum objectives. We discussed the other time about the written curriculum, which are available in the school. As a good primary school teacher should have a copy or get one in order to have a good lesson plan in line with the curriculum objective. And is able to possess a good knowledge of the characteristics of the pupils in order to facilitate the learning through relationship and understanding in the curriculum, in the classroom, and within the school environment. Our last discussion before this one, we talked about the teacher personality and the learner characteristics. This is very, very important. If you know the level at which the student can assimilate, or the category of a student, or their background, their exposure, we know how to handle them and what they need at a particular time. And a good teacher be able to develop and foster social ability with appropriate skill to enable the optimum development of children, which is very, very important, and we have good relationship in the classroom. So we still have a good teacher be able to assess and evaluate the pupils. We talk about the evaluation the other time, and be able to prepare pupils to have confidence in participating in the various selection or competitive tests in the system. So then be able to link people's knowledge pupils and experience to previous learning and seek way to encourage further learning, which are very important, and be able to apply creativity to select, improve or fabricate appropriate materials to stimulate, motivate, improve, enhance or enrich students' learning. So this is very important. And the other time for a good effective for a good teaching, we talk about all this, and it's also part of the responsibility expected from the primary school teacher. So to have relevant instructional materials and teach is is a good thing to have effective learning and teaching process. Now let's talk about learning strategy, the strategies at which we can achieve effective teaching. Number one, learning for understanding. In a classroom, it's not that we go to the class and teach and the students look and watch alone. No, we should teach for students to understand. That is learning for understanding. To learn by understanding, children need and to be clear of the point you are exposing them to. So these are very, very important. If you are just saying it, if you are just disseminating information without or thinking of whether the student they grab it or not, that is not a teaching, and that is not a good teaching at all. So learning for understanding is very, very important. That is why it is important on the part of the teacher to master the subject matter. So it's very important. The second one is learning to remember. Whatever, once it is acquired, when the student understand the lesson and it is supported by relevant instructional materials, they will be able to remember. To remember and recall what is learned, it is very, very important on the part of learning, and it is important that that you structure the learning experience in a manner that will enhance understanding. They are very, very important. When understanding is okay, it is possible and there is possibility to remember. And then the last one is learning for application, and this is the highest part of it. Whatever has been learned, whatever has been understood, students should be able to apply it in their daily activities or in anywhere they find themselves. So the ultimate goal is application. If a student cannot apply, and that is what is happening in our society now, the graduate or anywhere, you could not, a mechanical engineer could not even unscrew a bolt or use a screwdriver to do a particular thing. So application is very, very important and is part of the point strategy for achieving effective teaching. So let's do the second class activities in 1 minute. Suggest 2 ways in which a primary school teacher can be responsible in the class. Thank you so much for listening. Let's meet in the class and continue with our lesson. Thank you and goodbye.